Radical.
You know, I'm all about completing it. Not really games, because there's a lot of games on my backlog right now I haven't completed. But when it comes to critical satire, I'm all about completing it, completing my thoughts on a person, on an individual, on a situation. I've about 100% completed my thoughts on several YouTubers in the past that I really don't need to revisit. But I feel like with Jirard, I'm not even halfway there. We got a long way to go. And right now, I'm actually going to do some comment preservation on his channel. Amongst all this, I didn't think to actually just go to his channel and see what was going on, to see what was happening. So like I said, there's going to be probably several Jirard The Completionist uploads this week. Just giving you a fair warning. Going to mix in some flea market stories, going to mix in some other things, some regular things. But I really just have a lot to say about Jirard The Completionist. And right now, I just kind of want to share some comments, some great comments that people have left on his channel in this installment of comment preservation. It's very simple. I'm just going to go down and read some comments. Maybe I'll give some thoughts at the end, maybe not. But I feel it's very important because in many situations like this, whenever there's a gigantic shit show on a YouTuber's channel, sometimes they can either start deleting comments, or they might go ahead and private their entire comment section. It happened years back with Angry Joe. So it has happened. It has happened. So I don't want a lot of these comments to just kind of go by the wayside. So no more further ado, we're going to go into some of these wonderful comments. And just think this all started really 2 days ago. It's just been 2 days. First one, and I would say the top comment on this upload, is from FreezeBurn9875. Can't fault the guy. He sure did 100% complete his career. Billy Brontosaur. My father has dementia, and I was so proud that people like you, gamers that I could relate to, were at the forefront, championing our cause. It's a shame to find out that you are not like me and not someone I can relate to. I've said for several years that many of these YouTubers try to make it seem like they are just like you. Just like you. They're gamers just like you. And a lot of the reason that they get donations is because of that. They make that personal connection. And if you actually listen to Jirard in this upload, I listened to a little bit of the beginning. You got to wonder to yourself, how much of that is real and genuine? Or is it just constructed? Or is it just constructed? And this guy is, by the way, he's an actor, by the way. Some of you did not know that. Next up, TigerX777. Jirard is going to need more than Shovel Knight to save himself this time. You might say he's dug himself a big fucking hole, hasn't he? Mr. Aran, and I'm sorry if I get the pronunciation wrong on some of these. Mr. Arantz, you are one of the few YouTubers I watched for 10 plus years and stay consistent in terms of being a genuinely good person with a great entertaining personality. I am so sick finding out that my favorite YouTubers do something embarrassingly deplorable. Is it really so hard to do the ethical right thing? I watched my grandmother waste away from dementia. She died when I was 14. It destroyed her life and any chance of having an interpersonal relationship with her. And a great response from Kieran Campire is, my great-grandma passed away on the 2nd of November this year, but I lost her a few years ago to dementia. I was one of the first she forgot. Because I've had such a recent and raw passing, what has upset me the most about this, like I'm currently in the process of getting a tattoo to honor her in dementia when all this comes out about Jirard. The Amazing Ferret. I love watching your videos. I thought you were a pure, kind-hearted, down-to-earth soul. Having just lost my grandmother to severe dementia, this genuinely hurts me, It's a betrayal that digs right into the heart. Pori Gonal. I donated a fairly large sum a few years ago, and now I'm completely heartbroken at what Jirard has done. Hurts. You donated to this guy, right? These are real people that donated to Jirard, thinking that their money was actually going to go help with dementia. And all this time, just sitting in that account, sitting there for several years in that account. Like, I can't, I mean, I know he's a piece of shit, but I can't fathom that he was that much of a piece of shit. It still shocks me. And it's hard to shock me of all people, but I'm still shocked by this. Doran Goa, 2080. Damn it all. I thought Jirard, of all people, was actually a good, trustworthy guy. There's so much negative stuff in the world, so I was glad to find someone who always seemed like such a good, awesome guy with such a great fun content. Now what? I feel like I just lost one of my idols. What a massively shitty way to end the day. Thing about your idols is, man, don't put people on pedestals that you don't know. Don't do that, because you will be let down. JS claim to Game 74. Normally when a YouTuber gets into drama, I usually don't care. Not this time. I loved your videos, man, and I've been watching pretty much since the beginning. This is probably the biggest punch to the gut I've ever felt on YouTube. Yeah, when it comes to like drama, a lot of people just label actual legitimate critical satire as drama. They label something a certain thing if you're just trying to get to the bottom of something very important. If you're trying to get to the bottom of something they're doing when it comes to scamming. And I mentioned this before, that's a huge problem on YouTube. And even when Jirard, like I said, was talking to, Muda and the other guy, he threw so much shade. Is that the terminology? I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. He threw so much shade at him by saying, like, listen, I know you guys got to do what you got to do, and you got to get that L, and you got to get your views and all that, making it seem like what they were bringing up was drama. So that tells you right there, Jirard doesn't feel bad or sorry about what he did, because he's a giant piece of shit. He's not. He was more worried about throwing them under the bus slightly by making it seem like they were not legitimate than apologizing. He worried more about that. I'll do one more. The fact that you knew and just sat on it says a lot, man. You made a lot of mistakes, and I don't know if any apologies can make it right. That's almost a decade of you supposedly not having a single clue where any of those donations were going. For now, we'll leave it there. Some amazing, great comments. And, this, of course, it's brought me back to uploading more. Of all the weird things to bring me back to uploading more on YouTube, something like this, I need to get back to comment of the week. I need to get back to Radical Rapid Fire. Believe me, a lot of people on my channel, a lot of you have left me some great comments. So maybe 2024, when I get caught up on those series, you'll be seeing a whole lot of your comments featured on my channel. But yeah, just want to give a quick shout out to all these people. It's great people leaving comments that I don't think Jirard is ever going to reply to any of those people.